Good afternoon, Denise here. I'm going to show you how to make these two fishes using the Cutter Dies Fish Friends from Spellbinders. This is part of their August Die of the Month club. It's a large Die of the Month add-on. I'll show you the big Die of the Month at the end. So we're going to use the cutting dies that come in this package, and that includes these 5 dies, and we're going to place the front of the package here as a reference for the colors. So the first thing we'll do is we'll use these 2 dies to make the yellow fish. So I'm going to take my cutting platform, which happens to be a magnetic platform with a titanium plate on it, and I'm going to place these 2 dies on the platform. And then I'm going to take cardstock and place them over top of these dies. So I want the bottom color to be darker, so I'm going to place this over the die, and I'm going to use this reposition-able tape to hold this piece of cardstock on top of it. And then I'm going to use this lighter color and place that on top of that die and use the same kind of tape to hold that down so it doesn't move around before I get it in the machine. So I'm using one of these new circular top plates, and I'm going to pick up the entire sandwich, and I'm going to run it through the Platinum 6 Big Shot so you can see it going through. So once I've rolled that through, it's now cut those 2 pieces of cardstock. So I will remove the pieces of paper or cardstock from the top, and I'm going to save this tape because I can use it again and again until it loses its stickiness. So now I have the top part of my fish, and here is the bottom part of my fish, and all I'm going to do is take a Pokey Tool and poke it out of the die, and those 2 are ready to be assembled. But before that, let's go ahead and cut out the second fish. So the second fish is going to be, I guess this is a tiger fish. So I'm going to use this orange cardstock for that. And again, I'm going to use this tape to hold the cardstock down. Some of those pieces fell out, so I'm going to put them up here. So for the black, we have the square, I believe that's for the eye. And we have the orange fish. Now on the back of this cardstock, you can see where that blue tape is still on the cardstock. You're going to have to remove this with a sharp tool, either the tip of a scissor or this Pokey Tool, because when you use adhesion on this, it will not stick. So this is not only repositionable, but it's non-adhesive on the top. So we have to remove that tape in order for us to get it to stick on our project. And there we have it. Okay. And then the white pieces, since they're hard to see on white, again have to remove this tape. And the third piece of white is right here. Perfect. So now we have everything we need to assemble these 2 fish. So I'm going to use 2 different types of adhesion. I'm going to use Snail adhesion, which is with this Snail adhesive, and I'm going to use glue, which is just any kind of glue. I like Gina K, and I put it in that container. So to assemble this fish, you make sure that you have it on the right side up, so you can tell that this has been cut and this is the right side up. And then we're going to take this blue off again. So I flip him on right side down, and I'm going to put Snail adhesive on the back of his fish and adhere that. And so that's the first one. What we want to do though is we want to make sure that we have the eye inside of the fish so that we can not miss his eye. So the good thing about Snail is it doesn't adhere super fast and hard. So I can get this guy in there. So that's our fish. First one is done. Sorry that took so long. The second one, we want to probably put the black down first. So I am going to take this piece of black, this stripe, and make sure I'm putting Snail on the correct side or the underside. And again, I would put this Snail on here. And by applying Snail on a silicone mat, it will not stick to that. Okay, so that's nice and adhered on there. So then I have these 3 white pieces. So I'm simply going to put some of this glue down. And this is a little pickup tool that you can use to pick up these pieces and adhere them to here. Okay, so let's see how I want to put this guy on here. So I think I want to go this way. Okay, now to apply the next 2 pieces of white, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the 2 areas where the stripes go. And I'm going to use some tweezers and pick up, or you can use a pickup tool. And I'm going to put that small stripe down here and this larger stripe up here. A good thing to do is I have a magnetic glass mat here, is to use a magnet to hold those down while it dries. So while that's going to quick dry, I'm going to apply adhesion on the back of this piece of white cardstock using Snail. I'm going to adhere these 2 fish using stamping or just dimensionals, so to pop it up a little bit. So I put that foam backing on there, and you take the backing off of the foam, and I'll put this on the card. We need to put a little bit of black on the back of his eye. And then I'm going to adhere this to the card. And we're done. I said at the beginning that I would show you the large die of the month, and this is the add-on die set for that. So these 2 fish would work really well in this large die of the month. So a lot of die pieces here, a lot of cutting and gluing, but it turned out beautiful, I think. And It says, "Hope your day shimmers." Awesome.